What is one thing you will never, ever do? Eat the box that my pizza came in. Combine frog and dinosaur DNA to create a theme park. Lick a puby public toilet. Purposely break a Lego set. Run for office. Heroin. I was on morphine after an operation and hated it. I have negative desire to try heroin. You are allowed to erase anything from existence, and you will be the only one that remembers it. What do you get rid of? Spoons with lids. Multi-wipe shits. 1 wipers from here on out. Mosquitoes. Bed bugs. When I gave this reply, I had no idea it would trigger such visceral reactions from so many people. Some of your experiences are the stuff of absolute nightmares. Hopefully, those of you who suffer from bedbug-induced PTSD, allergies or hypersensitive skin, etc. gain something from hearing you're not alone. It's been an eye-opener for me. I've only imagined these experiences. Request to the biochemists out there, please work on an answer. Maybe a safe, anti-bedbug equivalent to the tick medicine given to dogs? People who have called the number below and quote, "How's my driving?" and quote, on commercial trucks, what happened? I called when a semi was driving fast and ran a stop sign on a small mountain road. The lady that answered the call acted clueless, like, why am I calling this number? I had to tell her that this is the number that is on the back of the truck and quote, how am I driving? And quote, I took a picture of it on my phone, so I knew I had the right number. I felt that it was just there for show. My mom and I were on the highway and a truck cut us off, slamming on the horn and just going from the left lane to the right quickly. I warned my mom and she had to hit the brakes and go into the shoulder. I saw the sticker and we called. The receptionist thanked us for calling and radioed the driver immediately. We couldn't hear what they said, but they said the driver was informed. The driver ran a red light in a school zone during after-school release. I called the company, they apologized, and changed the truck route so it didn't go through a school zone. Dull story, but successful. A tow truck driver wasn't paying attention and merged into my lane and almost ran me off the road, so I honked my horn at him and he responded to that by miming a blowjob at me, so I called the company. Because fuck that guy. We create a sentient artificial intelligence and the first thing it does is switch itself off. How does the world react? This is actually the plot of Eric L. Harry's book and quote, Society of the Mind and quote. They install a deadly neurotoxin emitter, and turn it back on again. And quote, oh shit, mumbo jumbo created a more complicated useless machine than this 2 years ago and quote. What is your and quote, I wish I had started doing that earlier in my life and quote. Saving. Getting in a habit of exercising. Eating right. Forcing myself to be less lazy, more active. Not caring what others think. Not caring what people thought of me as much. Skincare and gym. Start giving myself more credit. Always thought being self-critical made me work harder. It just made me miserable. Sailors, what's the creepiest, scariest, or most unnerving thing you've seen/witnessed while at sea? My dad and I were sailing in the Sea of Cortez. It was early morning with some patchy surface fog. I was 14 or 15 at the time. We heard what sounded like applause in the distance, but becoming louder. We could soon see a patch of disturbed water getting closer and closer and hundreds of objects flying out of the water and splashing back down. A few of them flew out, hit the deck of the boat and bounced back into the water. Stingrays. A whole school of them, jumping out of the water for some reason. It was weird and awesome. What the FK are you supposed to do when having happy birthday sung to you? Pick one person to unflinchingly stare at and whisper the song back on a 1-second delay. I don't know, but there's a video my family recorded of on my 4th birthday. While everyone was singing, I was just staring daggers at people out of panic, then slammed my head into the table. This was while wearing a Disney princess costume. Good times. Whatever you do, man, don't let them finish singing. Because when the ritual reaches its peak and you blow out those god-forsaken candles, plunging the room into a seemingly infinite darkness, that's when they make the sacrifice. And they don't make it quick either. The suffering can go on for hours before your inevitable death. Without saying the title, what's your favorite video game? 95% chance to hit. Miss. 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 Please stop asking us to date the animals, Nintendo. Hey you're finally awake. What's something that you once believed to be essential in your life, but after going without, decided it really wasn't? Tobacco. Every day I would tell myself, this is bad for you, but you can quit anytime. It seemed like I was in control when I really wasn't. I saw it as essential without seeing it as essential, if you know what I mean. I believe that is what makes cigarettes so addictive. They make you lie to yourself. Once I stopped, I truly felt like I could live the rest of my life without tobacco. I believed it was essential to be accompanied by people so that I wouldn't feel lonely. However, I have realized that there's a massive difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Sometimes I don't feel lonely despite being alone, and other times I end up feeling lonely even though I have company. Suboxone, the opioid maintenance medication, it's helpful for many, and I believe it helped me to a certain extent. However, every time I would try to get off of it, I would land right back where I started. After the last time once I had picked up using again, I decided to just cold turkey instead of getting back on the medication. Once the withdrawals and mental fog cleared, I rediscovered actual joy. Whatever your username is, appears in front of you right now. What do you do? Kneel down in awe of its might. Give him some wheat and trade.